A little chilly out there at the moment. Yeah, I live in Massachusetts, so we were having like just an unnatural sprint of very warm weather for January. But on Monday, it kicked back into regular January weather. It's it's a little chilly. My thermostat's saying 29 degrees. That feels about right. The Gentleman, directed by Guy Ritchie, starring Charlie Hunnam, Matthew McConaughey, Hugh Grant, who am I saying? Colin Farrell, and a couple others whose names are escaping me at the moment. Now, I am a big Guy Ritchie fan. I very much enjoy Snatch. Oh, God. What's the other one he did? Not Lock, Stock, and Two Barrel. There's another one he did. And I'm blanking on it. Yeah, Guy Ritchie's just got that style that you either love or you don't. This is how the events played out while the story's main plot is currently playing out, kind of thing. I'll say this: I didn't love Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Did not love that at all. Not the worst movie in the world, but not a good movie. And I very much liked Aladdin. Aladdin's probably my favorite of the Disney remakes right now. Hopefully Mulan can usurp that, but it was my favorite of the Disney remakes. And that's saying something, because I've enjoyed most of those remakes. Most. But this is definitely a return to form from Guy Ritchie. This is a Guy Ritchie movie, man. And yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I love this movie. This is my favorite movie of 2020 right now. Again, that's not saying much. I've only seen 3 movies. I'm going to try to do my best to see Bad Boys 3 on Saturday. Because that one, I feel like I need to see that one too. But look, this is everything you want. We get the main story that has Charlie Hunnam. Well, main story. The narration story that's retelling the events leading up to this point in the story. With Hugh Grant and Charlie Hunnam. Hugh Grant as the narrator, man. Oh, man. Hugh Grant as this kind of sleazy investigator, not special investigator, a PI kind of, private investigator, that's the term, yeah. And just trying to blackmail him, not trying to blackmail him per se, but trying to get more money than what I was going to get initially with something. Everyone in this film is freaking-tastic. Matthew McConaughey is always a boss. Colin Farrell might be my favorite character in the film. When we meet him, he just slaps the shit out of these kids. These little shits. Like, they pull a knife on him, he just slaps them out, and just smacks the crap out of them. Yeah, Colin Farrell might be my favorite character in the film. And Charlie Hunnam, this is the best I've seen Charlie Hunnam in a little while. Like, I never watched Sons of Anarchy. I heard it was really good, but I've never actually watched Sons of Anarchy. I think he's serviceable in Pacific Rim, but most people aren't that good in Pacific Rim, save for Idris Elba, who can frankly read the phone book and get an Oscar nomination in my mind. And I thought he was decent in Crimson Peaks, but no, this is the first time where it's like, no, Charlie Hunnam's a damn good actor, and this film shows it. The way he's just kind of calm, cool, basically in control the entire time. While at the same points showing that, a man has his limits, and this guy gets tested to his limits once or twice here. Man, it's just a, not stereotypical, but a quintessential type of Guy Ritchie movie. And that's completely in the positive. That's completely in a positive way I'm saying that. Now, to be fair, I generally like these types of movies, so I'm a little predisposed to it. Also, if you're not a Guy Ritchie fan, if you're not a fan of that style, I can't say this is not gonna be your movie. But look, it's a tense movie. It's a funny movie. It's got some action to it. Not a huge amount, mind you, but it's definitely got some action to it. It's also one of the things that Guy Ritchie does best. Is like, how does this play out? How did it play out? Where is it leading to? The twist, the double cross, the turns. Where does it ultimately lead up to? Yeah, it does that and does it well, because at one point you think, because it opens, it's got pretty much a cold open, and then it's got a opening credit sequence after that. And it opens and you're like, okay, how the hell did we get here? And is that what really happened? And no, it's what you see in the beginning of the trailer is not what really happened. Or the movie, it's not what really happened. Well, I mean, it's happened, but not what you think happened. What's the best way for me to put it? Okay, without spoiling whether or not the character does live in the end or not, it opens with Matthew McConaughey sitting down for a pint and a pickled egg, and some guy coming up, and we see a gunfire, a guy come up to shoot him, and we just see, it cuts, and we just see the blood splatter on the drink and stuff. So basically it plays, and little spoiler, he didn't get killed in that scene. Now, whether he lives or dies in the actual movie, I'm not going to tell you that, but yeah, that's how that movie opens. Like, okay, how do we get here? Holy crap! And then it's the cat and mouse games. Well, okay, he describes himself as a lion. The great line in the trailer is like, yeah, there's only one rule in the jungle: when the lion's hungry, he eats. And he describes one other character as like a fox, very sly, very cunning. So there's a lot of back and forth in here. There's a lot of exposition, but that's kind of par for the course of the Guy Ritchie movie. And it's done in a way that is very engaging, very entertaining, because all these actors are clearly having a blast doing this movie. Oh my God, can you tell these guys are having so much fun? But also, these actors are such good actors that even if this dialogue was shit, it's Guy Ritchie. It's very rarely does he ever have a movie with shit dialogue, because he's a fantastic writer when it comes to that, and then a fantastic director when it comes to illustrating that dialogue. He knows how to bring that dialogue to life, and you see, because these actors are clearly just running with these lines. I love to see how many different takes and different like deliveries they got with these guys, because it's some of the lines they say, I'm like wondering, it's like, okay, how many times differently did that go? Is there anything I could say negative about this movie? That's a good question. I don't really see. Honestly, is it a perfect movie? Very few movies are perfect, and I don't think I could say this one's perfect. I wasn't tempted to look at my phone, but I was wondering how long we were in the movie for a little bit, so it does feel like that. I wouldn't say that it's any character's misused. I'll say this. Is it a perfect movie overall? Probably not. But is it the perfect type of Guy Ritchie movie? That's an argument you can make. This is a very good movie. But again, this is all predicated on the idea that you would like a type of movie like this. If you are not a Guy Ritchie fan, if you're not a fan of that kind of style of filmmaking where you have one or two people or three people kind of retelling what has happened up until this point in the film through flashbacks and cutting back more, you're not a fan of that, you're not going to like this movie, I don't think. But if you're a general fan of the type of Guy Ritchie movie that he makes, like a Snatch, like a Lock, Stock, and Barrel, something like that, then I think you'll definitely get your money's worth out of this. This is a very good film, damn good film. I know I enjoyed myself. Right now, it's my #1 film of the year out of 3. I think right now, up until once we get past probably the 5 film count, I'll probably stop saying it. But until we get to that, I'm going to tell you right off the top of my head. At #1, it is The Gentleman. At #2, it is Underwater. At #3, it's Doolittle. Whew, Doolittle. Thinking longer on it, Doolittle was bad. Right now, Doolittle is my worst movie of the year. I have no idea how long it will stay in the worst movie of the year list, but yeah. So I'm probably imagining after next week, whatever movie I catch next week, I'll stop saying what my top movies of the year are, because at that point, then I'll be reaching numbers that's like, okay, top 6, okay, I can still do that. Top 7, okay, now we're getting a little carried away. Once we get into the bigger amounts of numbers of films, then it's like, okay, now I'm just gonna leave it at be and maybe say where it kind of stands overall. But yeah, no, it was a great film. I highly recommend it. Trailers, if I can remember it. I've got No Time to Die. I'm always a fan of James Bond. I like Daniel Craig's James Bond. So I'm interested to see what Billie Eilish does for the song. I'm not a big Billie Eilish fan. Got the Black Widow trailer. We got, oh crap. I know we got a couple other trailers that I'm blanking on right now. I normally don't write them down anymore. Not because I try to do it off the top of my head, just because I haven't really felt the urge to talk about trailers that much. I'm trying to remember all the films coming out. Oh, Quiet Place 2 trailer, got that. That's a good trailer. That's a good movie, or a good looking movie. The original Quiet Place was fantastic. Oh, Tenet, got that one again. I'm interested to see what what the idea behind that movie is, because it's clear there's some sort of level of time manipulation involved in that movie. So I'm curious to see what's going on with that. I know we got at least one or two other trailers beyond that. Did we get an animated movie trailer now that I think about it? I can't remember. It feels like we did, but I'm honestly blanking on those on the remaining two. I'm trying to like scale it through the months to see if I could maybe pinpoint something out of the top of my head. Off the top of my head, but unfortunately I can't remember everything else that's coming out for the remainder of there's one with Steve Carell and oh god, I can't remember the actual. It's a political based movie, but it's clearly done in like a satire and somewhat of a comedy, but still taking the idea of it seriously, where it's talking about how the Democratic Party is like constantly losing, and then Steve Carell finds this guy, and I think it's like Minnesota or Wisconsin, one of the two, like a Midwest state, and he sees this guy's like, we're gonna have that guy run the platform for the real people, and he's trying to get him, to run for governor, and then his like Republican opponent, who I'm guessing might have been like an ex or something like that, given the like sexual tension or something like that, is like trying to ruin him just for no reason, and it's very poignant, very topical. So, but at the same time, it looks like it's going to be a funny movie. So I'll give that a shot. Absolutely. Not a big fan of politics overall. I mean, I get why they have to exist in some regard. And I don't talk politics very often. I almost got into a conversation with my friend's boyfriend about politics, about how we can help. I'm like, I'm gonna. This is a conversation I don't really want to have because talking politics never ends well. And he's like, yeah, good point, yeah. So, but no, yeah, I saw Vice. That was clearly about politics and about one man involved in politics, and Vice was really good. So I'm not against seeing political-based movies. I just not my topic of discussion I want to talk about usually. But until then, that's The Gentleman. Blanked almost to the lock stock. The Gentleman, I highly recommend it. If you are a fan of Guy Ritchie, or if you're a fan of that style of film, this is definitely going to be up your alley. It's R-rated though, so don't take the kiddies unless you're fine with hearing them say the C word a lot. They say the C word more than they say the F word. Like seriously, they say, wow, that they use it a lot. I actually have to, I've Googled before what movies use the F word the most. Maybe I should find what movie uses the C word the most. I think there's an actual movie based on that. So, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win Star Wars, Superhero Magic, What If, Atlanta Core videos. Anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. Man, I sped through that. Hopefully I was coherent enough. So yeah, the Q&A announcement video is up. So you want to keep posting questions for the Q&A in that video, go ahead. I'm not certain right now when we'll get to it. It'll be either next week or the week prior. It's all a matter of when Mark is available to do it. Because Mark's hours are a lot less flexible than mine are. Let's try to think. I got an extra. I only got one what if done today, but I'll get it all done by the end of the week. So I still got 3 what ifs to do for tomorrow. Actually, I still got 4 what ifs to do. So I still got a lot of what ifs to do. That said, so 4 what ifs to do. You think that's a lot? It's like 4 in the span of 3 days plus a who would win tomorrow and a box office on Sunday. You think that'd be a lot for me? I've done far worse and far less. So yeah, that's honestly nothing comparatively. And then it's the week of who would win the following week. So keep your eyes out for that. Yeah, I don't have anything else planned for the day or planned for the week. I don't think I have anything else planned. Yeah, that's mostly the schedule I'm keeping at right now. The schedule I've announced is the one I'm keeping at, minus the weeks of. And honestly, I found that schedule's when we're not in a week of, where I've got like a video a day at least. is actually pretty good. Oh, Death Battle. The Death Battle's coming out, I believe, on Sunday, because they've got a new schedule going. So I may be doing a reaction to the Death Battle on Sunday. But yeah. Yeah, I found this new schedule's working out pretty well. So I'll probably be sticking to this for the foreseeable future. Till then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time. Have a good night.